What is going on, YouTube? This is Rob A again, and I'm bringing it back to Berserk. So what I have here today is the Kotobukiya high-end master model kit Berserk Fuhrer, or Fury, as he's known here in the States. Yeah, I finally, I don't know who may or may not have seen my my previous video, where I kind of did the unboxing, showed off the different sprues and yeah, just all the pieces and stuff out of the box. So I'm not really going to get a lot into the actual packaging here. I'm just going to show off the artwork on the front, and that's pretty much it. I mean, you can go back and check out that that other review for all that sort of information. But I'll do a quick overview of the instruction booklet. I went over this again in the other review, but I just want to kind of recap for those of you who didn't see it, or don't want to watch it. So this is the instruction booklet. There's 30 pages of stuff going on here, but as you can see, got some sweet images there. Whole lot of Japanese here. It's these instructions are of course broken up into sections. Yeah, it always starts with the head, and then this one says weapon, but it actually will skip over the weapon and go straight to the bust or the main body, and then the tail, arms, legs, and then it'll jump back to the weapons. You get some sweet line art here, which I always really enjoy, because I think it's just super nice and detailed. And of course, pictures of the model itself, showing you some of the various features. This I believe tells you what all the various parts are, like all the different weapons. Like I'm assuming that says cockpit or pilot or whatever, and the buster claws. And then some more nice line art. A list of all the plastic trees here, all the frames, and then just various instructions on how to properly clip and attach. And then of course it gets right into the first part, which is the head. And then just random bits, more random bits. And then towards the back here, you get basically shows you how to put the whole thing together. Some are showing you some of the actions that it can do. More line art here, and of course the color palette. And as you can see, this is the original color, which is very lavendery, purpley. Actually, the actual model is more of like a pinkish purple, I would say. But yeah, and so sticker placement and all that fun stuff on the tail, more paint, and how to do the decals, and then a action shot on the back. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the instruction manual. And let's just get right into the model itself. Okay guys, here he is, the one you've been waiting for, Berserk Fury. I'm just kidding. This is the original model kit, Berserk Fury. And I just thought I'd take this opportunity to compare the two. So we'll take this guy and just kind of scoot him right here, and he will sink down to his position there. And then let's bring in our new friend and see what the differences here are. And right away, I can see a few differences. Alright, so yeah, there is a noticeable size difference here. And yeah. Yeah. So actually, I'll say they're pretty similar in size. Actually, this one's just a lot more crunched up and just so much less detailed than this guy here. As you see, he's been in storage for a while, so he is no longer sparkly white like our friend here. But yeah. And also he has no batteries in him, so I can't really do anything about the tail here, but you can kind of get the gist of what's going on. This one definitely looks like you could eat him alive. So another quick comparison before we get into the actual meat and potatoes of the review itself. We're going to get high-end master model Liger Zero in here, so you can see the scale that they have together, and I just think it's really, really nice looking. They both they have the same color scheme, and yeah, Fury just looks really, really intimidating, really powerful, with those big old feet and that big head of his. But yeah, I really like this guy. We'll move Liger Zero off to the side for now. We may compare him a little bit later. I'm going to have to be kind of careful because due to painting, the joints are very stiff, and I already ended up snapping a piece in his buster claws. I glued it back together. It seems to be okay now, but I just have to kind of watch where things are supposed to move and where they are not, and just be kind of careful. That's all. But yeah, this guy's really, really large. He doesn't want to stay in frame very well, but I'll do what I can. So to start off, we'll do a quick 360 here. And I'll just turn him around slow like, so you can kind of get the idea. I don't have a turntable or anything, but I just love, he's just so powerful looking. I really do like him a lot. And from the back here, and then back to the side. Alright. Very, very cool. Now for articulation, he's got a ton, and I'll try and cover it as best I can. But for now, actually, I'm going to go ahead and take this part off, because I think for the purposes of this review, we'll probably be better off doing these separately, just because it becomes so huge and so ungainly to try and like hold up to a camera and kind of move things around. I just don't have enough hands for that, unfortunately. So we'll just take it one chunk at a time here, and I think you'll get a pretty good idea of what's going on here. So I'm going to detach him from his stand. He does not come with this stand, but and you see he stands just fine on his own. But once you get the buster pack on his back, he tends to get really top heavy, and he wants to kind of sink down, almost like his original counterpart there. So just, you know, be mindful of that. You may want to put some nail polish on the joints or something like that. I'll probably do that later on. But I just wanted to get this review out as quickly as I could. Because I've noticed that the unboxing actually was getting quite a lot of views, so I figure you guys probably want to actually see the real thing, more so than just the pieces in the box. But alright, so, as is standard, he's got the open mouth here, and he does have the cannon which can move independently of the mouth, if I can get my finger underneath it there. So you can see the He's got the cannon in there, and that's always pretty awesome. Let's see, inside he's got a dual sort of dual cockpit situation going on here. So you open that up, then you open this up, and inside is nothing at the moment. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I got this all together and I totally slipped my mind to actually get the pilot out. But you do actually get included this little pre-painted figurine of Vega Obscura, the pilot from the Century Z cartoon show, and he fits in there. If I can actually get this open without breaking anything, I'll be very happy. Just needs to sit right down in there. Get in there, Vega. Alright. That all closes up like so. And okay, so mouth, all that fun stuff. He's got a good range of motion with the head. His neck moves from side to side. It also can pull out for even further movement. The ball joint that his head sits on also turns. I apparently just really like decapitating my Zoids. So you get a whole lot of that going on. He does have the vents do open and close on his neck, and I'll show that off in a minute. I'll show his whole thing there. His upper torso also extends here. That's the neck again, but his upper torso also extends, so he can have really nice sort of very dynamic turns and poses. I think that's really cool, especially the way that the he's got these kind of almost gill looking like scales in the middle of his body here, and I just like the way that they kind of extend out and layer over one another. I just think that's a really cool touch. His tail can do all kinds of things. It goes up, it goes down pretty far, and it goes side, and then this can move, and then this can move, and then this can move, and these each individual link of his tail goes up and down. It's a little obstructed by the caps here, and of course the armor plating, but overall I think it's a really nice articulation there. Let's see, his arms can go, the shoulder joint itself can move back and forward. He has ball jointed shoulders. He does have a bicep swivel and an elbow, and of course his little hand is on a ball joint, and he has individually posable claws here, so that's pretty darn cool. The legs, his legs are very tight because of the painting, but his legs here are not on ball joints, they're just on a peg, but his leg joints actually can come out so he can get better posing, and those actually swivel back and forward. He's got a double jointed knee here, and his lower leg as well. Although I think this would be considered part of his foot. I'm not entirely sure, but the armor plating on the back opens up, and there are some little thrusters in there. And inside you can actually see kind of the original purple color. I didn't want to paint the inside, I just decided to leave that, but I wasn't digging on that so much, so I made it this shiny pearl white. His toes can go up and down a little bit. They're a little limited, but they can get decent movement, and they turn from side to side, of course. He's got a posable thruster in the back here, and of course the supports can come down like so. He's got some good movement where the foot connects. So it turns from side to side. It can go back and forward, although on mine is really stiff, and I don't want to push it. And again, it's because of the painting. If you just build this stock, well, you're gonna have a purple dinosaur for start, but it'll definitely be less picky about moving. You can see the bottom of his feet there. Very neat looking. So yeah, you can get him into some really nice poses. Some of them require a little support, but most of them he does just fine. Let's see if I can get this going here. Okay, so let's get him into his charged particle cannon stance. Let's see if we can't get that going in a nice looking way. So we'll extend his neck out a little bit, get the fins up here, get his back fin up on his head. Needs to be a little lower, I think. Mouth open, cannon extended, tail straight, and let's get these vent panels opened up. So there you have his charged particle mode, which I think looks quite nifty. He's also got in the end of his tail here, he does have these claws, I guess, as well as another little gun in there you can kind of see, and that's pretty neat. And of course, I can't forget this, the most fun struggle. He does indeed have a Zord core, which actually comes out very easily on this guy, which is kind of nice. But there it is. I actually painted the core itself this time. Another little teeny tiny translucent plastic bit that you gotta stick in there just right. But this wasn't nearly as difficult as Liger Zero. It's a little bigger, and it's a little more obvious what direction it's supposed to go in, and it has a little like nub that goes in. It makes it a little easier. But yeah, I really like the Zoid cores. I think they're cool looking. And yeah, that's Fury in his base T-Rex form. All the armor does come off. You can leave him as a naked Tyrannosaur. I, however, am not going to do that in this particular video because I am insanely afraid of trying to get all the armor pieces off. The potential for breakage is a little too high for my my weak constitution. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But let's take a look at his weapons. All right, here we have the Buster Pack. And this is really cool. I just have to be careful with it because it's also really fragile. But it's very, very large, as you can see. Yeah. So first of all, you get these extra little pieces here that just slip on the ends, and I believe these were used in the show to kind of contain Fury. And you just get those little locks. And those are cool. And we'll just get those off and put them to the side because we're going at it right now. Alright, so the Buster Claws. First of all, you got these little booster packs right here. And you can open those up. And there's little thrusters inside. And those are pretty neat. A lot more nice, a lot nicer than the original Furies. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get all this articulation in here. So you've got joints all over the place. So we can turn here, we can turn up here. This whole middle section can raise up if I can get it to do that. Let's see. So these arms can pop up. There we go. Everything kind of locks everything else into place, so it makes it a little difficult to get to, but this middle section does raise up, and it can pivot forward to really give Fury quite a bit of range here. And then this all can come on out, and you can get pretty much any pose that you would like out of these guys. So he can get pretty crazy with this, and that is really, really cool. So let's just pick a nice wide stance here. So, alright, so the claws themselves, and this is the problem I had before, because I tried to move this up and the whole piece came, but this piece is kind of locked in here. It's a little bit, it's not, they should have made this like the connecting piece out of ABS, but I think they just made it out of the regular plastic, so it's not the strongest in the world, but it can raise up like this and then bend again there, and the claw itself can also twist around, you know, turn that way, so you can get some really, really nice poses out of this, out of the Buster claws here. And let's see here. I'm gonna actually try and get this back on to Fury once I kind of get everything open, so that you can kind of see what the whole thing looks like. And I can already see that the glue I had to put on there yesterday is not holding so well. Oh well, looks like Fury's gonna be display only. But let's get this back on here. And then I'm gonna have to back this camera up. Or back this Fury up. And yeah, he is quite large and imposing. As you can see, he's spanning pretty far. If we stick Zero in the frame here, his buster claws are quite a bit wider than Zero's entire body. I'll just move this back a little bit. You can definitely see he's an impressive character there. But yeah, I really dig this guy. If I had any complaints, it would be that some parts are not made out of ABS that really should be, and just because of the heaviness, the heft of the buster claws, he can be a little bit on the heavy side and not want to stand up straight. So either you'll have to tighten up his leg joints, or just use a stand like I'm doing currently, and that should hold him fairly well. You know, the support of the stand definitely helps to keep him upright. But yeah, also you included with the pilot figure, you also get this standing Vega figurine, pre-painted, no face as usual, and this little tiny figure stand, which you can just stick his leg into. He doesn't want to stay in there very securely, but he'll stay just fine on a shelf somewhere, standing in front of Fury here. And as you can see, Fury's a big guy. He's a big dude. Do I recommend this set? Absolutely. Fury looks so amazing in person. I actually like him better with his mouth closed. I think that sneer he seems to have on his face just looks so nice to me. I really enjoyed building this guy. It took me about a week. I didn't get to really work on it for more than, a couple hours here and there. So I'm gonna give it, say it'll maybe take you a week, especially if you're painting him. And if you are painting him, don't make the same mistakes that I did, and just be sure that all the connecting pieces and all the joints are clear of paint. I tried to sand them down, but it didn't work out perfectly, and some of the joints ended up being a little too stiff, and it leads to the set being more fragile than it necessarily has to be. So just look out for that. But overall, I really like this guy. I have the Geno Breaker on pre-order, the Raven version, and I cannot wait for that guy to show up. My Shadow Fox was mailed already, and that should be here hopefully within the next week, depending on how long it takes to get through customs. And I also have the Schneider armor in that same box coming for Liger Zero, and I'll paint that up and show that off. But yeah, I really like this guy a lot, and I think he's definitely well worth the money. As you can see, he's a lot bigger than the other high-end Master Model kits. I'm hoping Geno Breaker will be about the same size. But yeah, I'm very impressed. I think you will be too. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and comment, and definitely subscribe so you know what else is coming down the pipeline there. And I hope to see you all real soon, and we'll check out something cool. Talk to you then. Bye for now.